Good morning, everyone. Today we would like to talk about quantifiers. Does anyone know about quantifiers? Never mind. Let me introduce what is quantifiers. So, we use quantifier before a noun to give information about an amount or a quantity. And it will use on countable and uncountable nouns. So, there's many examples such as some, a little, a few, several, and so on. So now let me introduce about quantifiers that we use on singular countable nouns. One. I guess you already know about what means one. For example, one marker pen, one shop, one room, that's one. So I will proceed to the next one. Next one is each. Each means separately. I will give example like each of the student get their prize. That means every student also get their prize. And for every, it's different. Every means all together at the same time. That means I will give some example like there is party in every street. That means every street is having parties right now. So do you guys understand about one, each, and every? So next we will talk about quantifiers that use with plural countable nouns. So for two, same as one. Everyone know two means what, right? Right. Two pens, two students, two shops. So I will proceed to the next one. For both means two particular people or things. For example, we will use it on both of the children are in the bed. That means both of them went to the bed already. Next, I will talk about a couple of. A couple of is quite special because a couple of brings two meanings. First one, it means a combination of two. A combination of two, we will give example like a couple of men was absent today. So that means two men was absent. And for another explanation, can refer to a few. A couple of also can refer to a few. For example, a couple of players were sent off today. So, next is about several. Several is more than one, but less than a lot. So I will say like, my library only has several of books. That means I don't have a lot of choice, but more than one. So.
Next, there are quantifiers that are similar, but actually there is a difference between them. So let's take a look for the example. There is few versus little, a few versus a little, much versus many, and a number of versus a great deal of. Let us take a look at the first example, which is few versus little. Actually, they have the same meaning, which is not enough or nearly no, but is used for countable noun and non-countable noun. Let's take a look. The first example for few. He has a few good friends. Friends, which is the countable nouns. Few people went to the concert. People is also the countable noun. Last one, there are few honest politicians, which is countable nouns too. Next, we move to the little. There was little time to finish it. The noun was time. And of course, we are unable to count the time. The second example, they have little money to spend. Money, unable to count. Third one, he has little patience with others. Patience. And of course, we are unable to count patience.
So next I'm going to move on to these two differences, a few versus a little. So the few versus a little is their meaning is like for some, it's a small amount. So there's an example for a few. He has a few friends that will help, which means a few is a countable nouns. Friends, a few friends, which means countable. But in here, a little is uncountable nouns. I have a little milk you can use. A little milk. Milk is the uncountable things that we can count. And then next, the example for a few is, I have a few days off next month. A few days off. Sam has the first example. Few days is countable. While for this, she has a little time to relax now. Little time. We know that time is uncountable nouns, right? So the last one example is, she has won a few awards. Same as the previous example. A few awards. Countable. While for this one, I have earned a little extra money. Is uncountable nouns. Earn a little extra money. But the amount is quite a small amount. So the last one is much versus many. This one means that a large amount of something. So for example, we usually use this in our daily life, right? So let's see the example. I don't have much time. I don't have much time is uncountable nouns. And then here, there are many chairs in the room. Many chairs. The chairs is a countable nouns. And then the next one is, he doesn't need much money. Money, same as the previous example, non-countable. Next, I don't have many friends. Friends is countable nouns. The last example is, does it use much electricity? Electricity is uncountable nouns. And do you think many people will go? It can be counted. So in here, much versus many, it can be used in negative sentence and question. As you can see, negative sentence in here is don't, doesn't, and does it use much electricity is a question. And here, there aren't as well also in negative sentence, aren't, I don't have, and then question. So here's the example for quantifiers. Few versus little, a few versus a little, much versus many, a number of versus a great deal of. These four of these is the difference between among of these four is, one is countable, another one is uncountable. So
The last group of quantifiers, which can be used on both count and non-count nouns, there are no, any, some, enough, a lot of or lots of, plenty of, all, and most. So next, we move on to the examples one by one. For the first one, no, I have no food, where food refers to non-count nouns. The next one, we have no bananas, where bananas refers to count nouns. And next one, any. In this situation, we use any in negative statements. So for example, I don't want any sugar. I don't have any apples. So this don't want and don't have refers to negative statement where sugar is non-count nouns and apple is count nouns. The next one, enough. We use enough in affirmative statement. So for example, they have enough stocks refers to count nouns, and you have enough cash refers to non-count nouns. Move on to a lot of and lots of. He has a lot of patients, where we cannot count patients, so this refers to non-count nouns. You have lots of bags, so bags refers to count nouns. Next one, plenty of. They have plenty of work to do. For work, we cannot count, so this is non-count nouns. She has plenty of friends. where friends refers to count nouns. For next quantifier, all shopping malls are air conditioned, where shopping mall is count nouns. All work is tiring. As I've mentioned just now, work cannot be count, so this is a non-count nouns. The last one, most. Most, we only use it with plural count and non-count nouns, where there's two situations which you add of or without an of. So when do you want to add an of? You add an of where you are specifying a particular person, places, things, or group. For example, most of the food has been eaten. I am specifying the food, but food refers to non-count nouns. When you use without of, which is when you don't have any particular person, place, or things and group you want to specify with. So, for example, most people don't understand the situation. I'm not specifying anyone here, but people refers to count nouns. So since I'm not specifying anyone, so we use without and of. So I guess after all the explanation just now, I believe you guys had already mastered and understand the application of quantifiers. So that's all for today, and we shall see you next time. Bye!